What up, AfterBuzzers? We're talking Basketball Wives Season 5, Episode 4. Malaysia pulled up in them sweats with the hair back. Stay tuned.
You're tuning into the destination for TV superfan discussion, AfterBuzz TV. And now, let the buzz begin.
I guess I need to silence my phone.
What? Right, you're gonna get a phone call in a minute. Jackie gonna call you like, hey. What up, AfterBuzz? This is your boy DJ Jesse Janedy here in studio for the Basketball Wives AfterBuzz TV After Show Season 5, Episode 4. I'm joined in studio with my ladies, Miss Shar, Jossell.
This is the dance Khalees did in the video. Remember?
Corrinne Williams. What? Ooh. What?
This song is just, it makes me think of freshman year in college. This song was like the shit. This and Janedy Kane, we should stop. We should,
This song makes me want to just pop a left booty cheek if I could just isolate it really good.
Right? You know,
like,
you just put that layer like,
oh, you like, you know.
Don't get twisted, you know what I'm saying?
I really like your shirt, Jesse.
Thank you very
It
much.
is cute.
Textured.
Yeah. Is that a Zara collection?
Show is.
Yeah. Come on, sell. S-A-L-E, sell that Zara.
The show the fuck was. Zara had a 50% off, and I got it on the 75%.
It's good.
Come on now.
Okay.
I hope you got that Zara app too, because when they run out in the store, you can just.
Girl, I didn't look. I'd never been in Zara until I seen the sale sign outside of it, and I was like, "What is this?"
I like Zara, but they have better menswear than women's to me.
Agreed.
I like the shoes for women.
But I appreciate that because most stores cater to the women. But let's talk, since we're talking about women, let's talk about them. So we were at Angel Brinks clothing, what was this?
It was
soiree.
Sip and shop.
Basically.
Sip and
Minus
shop.
the shop.
Sip and see then. Shout out to
Sip and
Shady
see.
Faye.
Sip and shade.
A sip and see. Remember she did one
She
for
did.
the little president.
Yeah.
Love
Or whatever.
it.
As a little president.
Yo, I died. Jackie. Angel! Angel! I'm done with this cupcake, girl. Can you take this and throw that?
No, she said, where's the help?
Let me tell
But you
something.
can take this.
Jackie was hazing those girls the entire time. It was very much so sorority life. You
Can
know?
we pull up the chat room?
It was very much so sorority life. She was hazing those girls, and it was like Angel was the newest, inductee, the newest pledge type thing. That's how she was the entire time. Jackie had me rolling this episode. Well, she always has
But
me.
Angel really took the cupcake wrapper. I'm
She
like, girl,
did.
you at my event.
Yep.
She did. But it's because Angel really... No, this was Angel Love that took the cupcake thing. It wasn't
No,
Angel
it was
Brinks.
Brinks. It was Brinks, boo-boo.
Well, didn't she call Love over there for like a drink or something?
No, she would never do that to Love.
I feel like love.
I was eating tacos while watching this, so maybe I got distracted. And
Y'all saw
just
Shar
towards
in
the
the back.
beginning.
No, the beginning, honestly, I pulled away a few times at the beginning because there were a couple scenes where I was kind of like,
yeah.
But then the show got.
Yes.
I was in it.
I was
in it to win it. Like,
girl. So then we had
Well, I know
Tammy
that
versus Brandy.
Angel Love and Angel Brinks both really looked up to Jackie
Oh, really?
and admired her, yes.
is this real?
That's
And like real, not like look up to like goals, but it was like like a camaraderie type thing. Like Jackie's
Like, they
really
fuck with
cool.
Jackie.
Yeah, like we fuck. Okay, you know.
They haven't seen her season to season to season to season.
Well, here's my
Acting crazy and
question.
crazy and crazy and crazy.
Shar, maybe you can't say no, but if you could blink properly, you know what I mean? Like,
Say watermelon.
Angel Love, like, did you ever get the hint that Angel definitely has watched Basketball Wives before?
Can I blink for her?
And came into the situation almost a little bit kind of already knowing the tea?
Yeah, she definitely had seen the show before.
Okay.
Absolutely. Who hasn't though? Except for certain people. But she had definitely seen
I don't know why I'm sitting in this house seat right now.
I mean, who wouldn't?
Because you watched last season.
Showing
Who wouldn't? If you all got signed on to a show
Oh, by
and they
the
were
way-
like, join it.
Miss Gary gonna come up in here with Miss Angel Brinks.
Gary.
Gary Thomas.
Gary?
He used to host Basketball Wives here at AfterBuzz.
Okay, I know Gary.
He gonna bring Angel Brinks up in here.
Okay,
we
that's
gonna
good.
have
I
an
haven't seen Brinks
AfterBuzz
in
TV
months.
soiree.
Is he really going to bring her in here?
Well, that's what the email said, girl.
Hey, Angel, can you bring me some of them leggings, child, and that dress that
She
you
be
let
like, not the
Angel
way you be
love?
dragging her.
I like Angel.
I'm a fan
I'm
now.
excited to see her again. But I say all that to say,
of the
if you got signed on to do a reality show and they were like, "Come join us the 5th season," you're gonna go look at former episodes too to see what you're getting into.
You will do your due diligence, your homework, your research to see who
the boss and executive producer really is.
Who
but
am
we'll
I going
get
to
to that
align
in a
myself
second.
with?
So Tammy told Brandy that she felt like, you know what, maybe if it isn't an apology, it's at least a conversation. Tammy, drop it. At this point, drop it or set the conversation up. Right.
No
what
comment.
Shar did.
Right.
So we see Shawnee sends flowers. I didn't know that was a term of "I ain't coming" without saying
I'm
"Here's
not
some
coming."
flowers."
Did they ever show whose yellow Louboutins that was walking down the sidewalk?
Walking pigeon-toed like that?
They teased it and nothing ever happened.
Yeah, actually.
Remember at the end of last episode, it showed someone walking up.
Because we thought it was Shawnee, and then we thought it was Malaysia.
No, I told you it wasn't
Yeah,
Malaysia.
that's right.
Baby! Wait. So Shawnee sends the flowers. That's when Tammy was like, "Oh, Shawnee ain't coming. I'm leaving." And Jackie wanted to leave too. And Jackie, I love you, girl, but you is messy as.
It's all get out.
She gives us great things to talk about, though. Don't she, though?
Jackie is Geppetto in this situation.
No, that's a
puppet
great
master.
analogy. She
She is Geppetto, pulling the strings.
Agreed. I'll give her that.
She's kind of become the face of this. The face of this. Sorry, the mint is really strong.
Girl.
The face of this franchise, though.
She has.
That's where they started getting into this conversation, and Angel Love stepped in, where she questioned, "Well, isn't Shawnee the boss? And aren't you?" This is where I kind of wanted to go with the whole, do you think Angel watched the show before? Because it got to a point now, I can understand, you know what I mean? Like, I'm one to drink a little bit too much, and... my personality is vibrant.
And we both had Bosar cognac. We've both tasted it.
All three.
You had it too?
Yes, ma'am.
It's smooth, but you can start a car with it.
So you could stop.
I tweeted that last night.
It's WD-40.
It's smooth. It goes down smooth, but you could. I still have this much left in my closet.
And don't drink it out here in LA. You will start a forest fire, bro.
I took one sip and I was hot. Like, hot.
It's good for the turn up, though. That's some good stuff.
I was
Jackie,
perspiring.
It is, because it's
The
one of them bottles you
Bosar
buy
is
that
lit.
bottle and it lasts you.
You don't go through that in one night unless you got like 8 people.
Or
Unless
you have
you're Jackie.
issues, alcoholic issues. We're gonna move on to the next topic, though. But my question was, did you guys think it was a little out of place for Angel to say it, or it's like, hey, we're at a party, like everyone's turned up, talking.
Everybody was out of place at Angel Brinks.
Sippin' C.
Sippin' C, sippin'
Hashtag
shop,
sippin'
sippin'
C.
shade,
sipping shade.
sippin' dip.
So Brandy done got on speakerphone and pulled a Mean Girls and called Malaysia because she felt like she was being attacked.
Come on, theatrics.
She said, "My wig ain't even sewn on for this shit." I tweeted that line because it was so funny to me.
Which I have to say, Brandy looked really cute last night at that
She
party.
did.
Yeah.
She looked really good on the after show on Mark Lamont
Didn't
Hill
she
show.
though?
She looked
Brandy,
bomb.
give me that outfit.
She was on there with one of the girls from Orange Is the New Black. I
Yeah.
forgot her name.
I think she's Puerto Rican. I forget her name too.
Yeah. She's a lot of. I think she may
Yeah.
be Dominican
Oh
actually.
well, correction.
Well, we
they don't play about that, honey.
Sorry,
the
Lo
best part is coming up right now. So then Angel and Tammy leave. Funny, because guess who shows up? Malaysia from the block.
Unannounced, unplanned.
Like for real, like y'all
Roll
had no
up.
idea.
Unannounced, unplanned.
So here's my question: where was that event? Off Melrose or something?
the
like
event, I
Fairfax?
wasn't there, but I know that it was.
It looked
I think
like
it
a
was
Melrose.
Yeah.
It was either Melrose or at Angel Brinks, because Angel Brinks has a shop near downtown LA. Like she has her own shop. So it was either one of those, but I know she was renting, like, I worked with her when she was planning for it, like getting the bottles of champagne and stuff, making business calls. But like I said, I was not at that event. But Malaysia had to have been in the area because
That's
Malaysia,
what my question is,
right
like,
up. Like,
she
real
lives all the
quick.
way in Calabasas.
That's what I knew she didn't live right in this area. To just be here in the situation, pull her hair back, put some,
It was
FUBU
either
shorts
that
on.
or
and be
it
like,
did. In fairness,
I'm
when
ready.
Malaysia showed up, it looked like the party was kind of winding down.
It did look
Did.
like
So
that.
know how they piece things together.
Maybe it took her an hour to get
and
there.
a lot of that stuff, like I know we haven't gotten to the scene at the Aventine restaurant or
Come on now.
Aventine. They were
Yes.
literally in there for 5 hours.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
5
Damn, girl, what was
dang
your text?
hours.
Your battery ain't died?
They were in there. Oh, no.
I seen you on your phone in the background. Like,
And I was eating my delicious salad. That was in
can't.
Brentwood.
I can't.
I can't with you.
Nice hotel.
Okay, so Malaysia shows up. I wrote yes because I just like Angel Brinks. Shut up! You're gonna come out the damn room talking about that's just so classless. Like that is classless.
You think you disagree?
For Malaysia to show up? No, I don't at all. If I'm not at your event, I'm gonna go out my way to beat my face, put a dress on, come to the event because I feel like my friend needs to be checked on.
She wasn't. In fairness, like I told you all last week, Malaysia was not invited.
Which is why she showed up the way she did. She was
you
doing what
you
she was
don't
doing.
show up.
At someone's
Oh.
grand opening.
What
At
in
a block
sweats?
party?
In sweats.
And sweats and a
I don't care.
ponytail? No.
I don't care if it was a
Angel,
Pokemon party.
Angel was right. That was a classless move for someone to be so highfalutin and bougie as
Highfalutin
Malaysia.
and be praying.
I
all
mean,
the
she
time.
still is gangster. Let's
Right,
not
because
forget
she pulled
Malaysia
up
is
in
from
her,
Compton.
in her Mercedes.
She is.
And drove back to Calabasas and was
Which
like,
is
you can
fine,
shut
but
your
you
block party
don't-
down.
It should be embarrassing.
She didn't go inside.
She should be embarrassed.
She
I
didn't
would.
go inside. She came outside to talk to her friend and was like,
But
girl,
she was
you ain't
she
going
was
inside.
ready to
You're
run
going
She
it.
was
She was
prepared to
ready
go
to run
inside.
it
Why
with
would
anybody.
she not? She was just called by her friend.
It was
I felt like
but
it was
you're
a good
ready
friend
to
situation.
run it over the word.
She too old to be doing that. You have
BITCH?
children, but I'm just
But
saying.
exactly,
Like,
and
just
it was
over
not, it
that
should
one
be noted
word.
that it was not a violent situation. She showed up prepared to be violent. It was not a violent situation. It was an argument, which is essentially what all these ladies do on this show. You
Right.
get called
That's
a
why
bitch
we watch it.
every day.
But why else
so-
do you watch it? Because Malaysia pulled up in a Mercedes.
Did.
With
And her
hair
baggy sweat. P.S. girl, Malaysia, you're poor.
Malaysia knew
I
what
can't
she
even
was
see
doing.
them.
Exactly.
Just saying.
Yeah,
But she knew what
she's
she was
beautiful
doing. She wasn't
wash
going to
face.
fight nobody.
Beautiful.
Malaysia was not going to fight nobody. She was pulling up because she knew what that visual was
But
going
that
to give.
was not
It was
classy, though.
to give a little...
Well, she wasn't going to fight anyway because security is always thick. When it's all 7 or was it 8? When it's all of the ladies together, there's always like 2-3 bodyguards.
Security?
Yeah.
Security.
Because you just never know.
Girl, I mean, because
So would you roll up like that for your friend? Like if it was
at
Shar
a
and
party
I,
in
just
Melrose,
like, let me tell
like
you.
that, yeah, that's how I roll up. Actually, if you've ever seen me out in
Lies,
the
Jesse,
streets.
sit down.
Now, not no Mercedes.
This one won't. You won't catch this one doing that.
For your good girlfriend.
On Melrose?
Who's the good
For your-
girlfriend?
for your
Malaysia don't
good
fuck
good.
with Angel.
No, this was
I'm
because
talking about
Malaysia
Brandy.
was there to defend Brandy.
Brandy.
And Brandy ain't really friends with Angel. Come on.
It doesn't
No, we're not-
matter.
that's not what I'm saying.
I'm posing a question,
Oh.
Jesse.
Yeah, bitch, if I showed up to your shit, I would. And guess what? If you had a problem, I'd show up too. I'd rent a
If
damn
I
Mercedes
called you and
be
was like,
yep,
Jesse.
right down there.
Lamont called me a heifer.
I'd be like, well, bitch, what you need me to do?
Lies. She
I'd
gonna
been
be
like,
like, I'm busy.
And
Bitch,
you know,
I'm
I would've
33
I would've
years
given
old.
you
He
the-
ain't gonna answer the phone. Jesse gonna text me like 3 days later.
No shade. You know how Jesse
girl,
is.
Exactly.
You know how Jesse
So,
is.
go-
He just answered
yeah.
my snap
Come on
in
now.
person.
Yeah.
I snapped
Mind
him 3
you,
hours
Corrinne,
ago.
the queen
your
of forwarding. The queen of forwarding.
Tried it. You
Ooh,
tried
we can look
it.
at some
Queen
times.
of forwarding.
We can look at some
Chop
times.
to
It should be
Do
noted
it.
that Jesse just
Okay.
answered my Snapchat while we were sitting across from each other, and I snapped him maybe 3 hours ago.
Hello.
So we know who
So
not
sorry.
to call in
Or
the time of need.
Snapchat,
Child,
because it's
in the time of need.
Snapchat.
If you need somebody
Your
to defend you,
notifications on.
it ain't
I
him.
see your phone over there. Them notifications is on.
That's
the
He
fine.
button.
stay on his phone.
That's
Oh,
fine.
yes,
Don't he,
girl, you
though?
gotta
He
tell
stay
me.
on-
You ain't gotta tell me,
Girl,
sis. I know.
Come on.
Because let
I
them call
know.
each other for help and see what
I know.
happens.
And I'm
Right.
gonna be right there.
Me too.
Girl, bye.
I answer my texts
too.
and my calls.
Anyways, Miss Corrinne Williams, like I said, we can go
Child.
through our
Please do.
bank log.
Please. Okay.
Moving on.
Anyway,
Moving on.
not with that voice.
What happened? Yes, honey. You don't know. I got my record deals. Love and Hip Hop tonight. Angel Love and Angel Brinks met up and they were talking. Think she was too lit. Angel Love, here's the thing. Now, you ain't going to go on her damn reality show talking about, I think I drank too much and I can't really
No,
remember
you knew what
I-"
you was doing,
Ooh,
love.
Thank you.
You knew what you was doing. And I
Thank
was here
you.
for all
She
of the
did drink a lot,
theatrics.
though.
It don't matter.
It don't matter.
She knew what she
Bossard.
did.
She knew what she was doing. Talking about, oh, this drink, that Jackie. Girl, yeah.
Yeah, you see in next week's teaser, she says she thinks someone spiked her drink.
Go to sleep on that
Girl,
one.
bye.
And I like her. Like, I like her.
Yeah, me too, but that
But
was...
that was whack-tastic.
But here's why I fuck with Duffy, because honestly, every scene we've seen of Duffy, that bitch keep it real. Like, when it gets to Duffy versus Tammy, I'm very interested to see who keeps it real, because it really, like, the way Duffy really is.
Up? That's what
I'm not gonna tell anything, but it gets thick when those two.
I feel like
Tammy had a damn human come out of her neck, like an additional person, when she was trying to grab Duffy, and Brandy was the blocker. Blah 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 blah. That's all I'm saying.
So you said Angel's store was
at this one.
downtown?
Yes.
Okay, because I was wondering, I was like, maybe they just decided to meet up in Beverly Hills just to walk down
No, she has a
street.
store she has an actual store, like an actual
in
boutique.
Beverly Hills.
Not in the one that I went, unless she has two. You know, people have
Never
different
know. I mean,
ones.
Carly Red out here, you know.
Yeah, but I know hers is close to DTLA because I went to it.
I felt all of the palm trees.
Here's the
like,
only
right
reason
here.
I'm saying that. So they were in front of, what's that famous restaurant in Beverly Hills with the white fence?
The Ivy.
Ivy. So they were walking down that, and I just the only reason I'm bringing that
Beverly
up is
Hills
because
adjacent,
editing wise, I thought it was hilarious that they had them walking down that street, and I was like, why are they walking down the street with no bags? And then they flipped to Malaysia and Duffy at Pink's Hot Dog.
What they did is what they did actually is
Jesse.
what they did actually, I don't know why this was cut, but that scene when they were walking down the street, they actually went into a store and they were doing some shopping.
Oh, okay.
But for their kids, because, you know, Angel has a daughter. Love has a daughter, and Brinks has a son and a daughter.
Where are they at? Kitsons for Kids?
I don't know where. I can't remember where they
that's
went.
where the Ivy is.
But that day I worked
Isn't
with...
that a regular kitchen?
They have the Kitsons on the left-hand side, and then across the street they have Kids. Yeah.
I know that day I worked with Love. And I don't know why they chose to omit. Maybe it was a clearance type thing. But I know that they were walking down the street and they did some shopping.
Yeah.
So, which they did a lot of, by the way, but a lot of it wasn't on camera. Like anywhere we went, this cast loves to shop.
They love the
shop.
labels. My only thing is when the angels were having their conversation, she was drunk. Love was drunk, right? So, but she couldn't recant. But how she was telling the story, I was like, "That's the scene I just saw." But you was drunk,
right? Okay. Bitch, you want to see it on AfterBuzz?
Right. I was like,
okay, you want to take my job?
Hold on. Wait. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Just saying.
And then, so I just thought it was funny because the way they flipped that and gave them like the Beverly Hills over to Coanga with the Pinks and Malaysia and Duffy. Because y'all, you know what I mean? Malaysia pictures herself as this.
And they're too cute to be.
And Duffy was
outside.
Duffy didn't try to frame it like in a bougie way. She's like, I met her with Malaysia to go out for hot dogs.
For real. Like, it wasn't like at the world famous Pink's Hot. No, we went and got hot dogs.
So I met her with Malaysia.
Sauerkraut.
To go get hot dogs.
But this is where I think I turned the corner with Duffy. Like, I was like, I see you. Like, I genuinely like her now. Because she kept it 100 the whole way through.
But that's why I'm not mad at Malaysia, because Duffy's what made me look at that whole situation like, okay, for Duffy to be like, this is bit, because Duffy fucked with Angel.
Did.
But she looked at that situation like, no, that's a fucking friend. Like, so to me, I feel like it might have gotten a little more than what we were seeing.
I think so.
For Malaysia to come down
Indeed.
there. So for Duffy to switch that around and then be like, because even Malaysia's attitudes towards Duffy was very like, girl, that's my personality. Like, and it's like I said last week, y'all. Bitch, if you know I don't like to go out, and then I say this to my real friends, bitch, don't be mad if I go out and I got a fucking attitude. I didn't want to be there in the first place.
Then don't go.
Thank you.
Literally, don't go. No one's twisting your. I know I'm not
Stay
gonna
in your
bag.
onesie.
No one's
because I'm gonna go and have a good time by myself.
And no one likes a gray cloud on a sunny night.
Okay.
Now what else is going on?
So you should have left Malaysia at home. We got to Brandy and Jackie. What was this air bubble fucking thing?
And why do they bring Jackie to these types of things? Because we know how she reacts.
Wasn't it such a wag scene?
It was a very wag scene, and I felt like it was very misplaced.
Yeah.
It was very, very random.
And what the hell was that? Were they supposed to lose weight?
Yeah, it was supposed to. It was supposed to. I know that they did a few.
Jackie.
They did a few beauty treatments.
Were you there for this?
I was not there for this, but I know that they did a few beauty treatments. Like I go to with Jackie to a few things that she does, but you all will see as the season unfolds. But I don't know what this was. I think this was to lose weight. It was like you're in a compression thing. Like he was kind of like explaining how your body feels. And of course, Jackie freaked out. Of course she did.
Get me out of here. Get me out of here. I'm like, Jackie, girl, go to sleep.
But mind you, then she gonna flip this conversation. Here's the thing about Jackie. Like, I think she's actually very smart and intelligent. However, the way that she can just openly have certain conversations, she'll be like, yeah, girl, you know,
I smell my man's balls.
No, like, the thing is like, I've been working real hard as a mother, and I've been taking care of these kids, and, you know, as a woman, I feel it's important to
Not
really...
as a woman.
As a woman,
You know
I feel
who
it's important to represent. But my thing is have you ever had a dick too big, and then the next
I was
day...
watching and I was like, yes, God.
But the way she, like, mixes it into conversation...
Girl, I know that walk. The way that she casually...
I bet you do.
I know you all aren't side-eyeing me.
Sure the fuck I Miss Dick Hunt.
Now, if my cup wasn't empty...
Listen, girl, what you drink?
After buzzers, listen. Don't let these two fool you, okay? But anyway.
What you want to talk about?
Right. What show is this now?
I want to talk about the show. I'll save the other stuff. Join me on Periscope immediately following this for the after show.
Child, that's that R-rated.
But no, so I say all that to say it is so funny how she kind of like does these awkward ass segues into like these, like, girl, my back is aching, but you know, have you ever had like a real big dick?
Yeah.
Exactly.
Brandy was looking at her like, what?
She's like, what are you talking? And then cut to, so you know you owe Shani an apology, right? I'm with Brandy. Like, I'm tired. Brandy, I'm tired of you apologizing. You don't need to do it anymore.
The old heads, and Brandy made a really good point that we failed to mention that happened during Love's Sip and See. Brinks's, Sip and See. She said that Shani is the EP, but Shani is not my boss.
Oh, didn't she say that though? I was like,
and that is actual and factual.
That's
Shani
why
is an executive producer.
One
she is not
of the executive producers.
Does Shani sign
Words
checks?
mean things.
No.
Honey, now we're gonna see that.
I just need
Here's
to
why
get
reality
into that.
TV gets messy, because when y'all, you know what I mean, like,
someone tweeted me yesterday though, and they said that Shani needs to throw that attitude out of the window because once you sign on, you're fair game.
Yep.
Yes.
If you wanted to be the boss, then you stay the boss.
You don't.
Yes.
You don't see Mona Scott holding a diamond in Love and
Once you
Hip Hop.
become,
We don't
you don't
see
see
Mona
Andy
Scott
Cohen
at all.
She don't even put that shit on her Instagram.
She used to do the reunion, and she backed out of that. Thank God for that one.
You
Yeah,
don't
she
see Andy Cohen holding a peach. So my thing is the girl who tweeted me, I'm sorry, I can't remember your Twitter name, but that's something that really resonated with me. It's either you're the boss or you're on the cast.
You got that
when
right.
you double dutch and intersect
Fair
both
game.
identities, you're fair game.
That's a good point.
But would people still watch Shawnee's Court if she wasn't on Basketball?
Who watches that?
Well, girl, I can't believe it's still on television. Honestly,
I think that show is like one of those 6-week sneak peek things.
Watched
it's not
two
like a full
episodes.
season. It's just like this is like a
But how many
test.
seasons has this been? It's been on the air for a while.
No, this is the first go.
She's had a few reality shows, but this is the first season of Shawnee's Full Court Live.
Just her family. And I watched, 2 episodes, and I was like, okay.
See, the thing is, I've met her before in like a very overly friendly situation because it was people that she really messed with, and she was a nice person. You can tell, like, genuinely, if you are her friend, she fucks with you. But if you aren't associated with her, know her, she ain't the type of person, you know how they always say, like, when you go into a place, like, treat everybody with respect. She ain't that person. She gonna come in, sit on the chair that she needs to sit on, and she might give you a little, like, hey, you know what I mean, like, I don't know, like, so for me, her personality, I could see how her and Brandy could bump with each other, but the thing is...
when Duffy called her rude.
Because Duffy was right on the head when they were sitting
there. It was a little bit rude, though.
Having that conversation. I just feel like you wouldn't want anybody to sit here and attack your sister or attack your friend or attack your cousin. So why are you coming at Duffy all rough and aggressive when this is her first time meeting you?
I'm not coming at her rough and aggressive. Do you see me taking my voice up a notch? I speak like this, and
yeah,
so
but
because
you don't,
I speak
though.
like this, that's not bad. That's not shade.
Yeah, it is shade. And so Duffy was well in her rights, and I was like, Duffy handled herself well because I would have been like, I don't even want to be here.
Do you see my bun that I put on my head every week?
You see my lace front?
Shawnee, that bun need to come the fuck down, girl. Like, what are you doing? Take that.
I'm just trying to figure out why does she have to be like this season? Is it because
last season too? I felt like
this season
we saw a little, like,
she real stankalicious
who run
this
the world?
season.
Not she.
My salad in that scene was delicious.
I can't with this
It was
one.
kind of
Southwest
salad?
chicken. Black beans, corn, tomatoes,
So like, what do they tell you guys? Like, you
love
can't
cilantro.
turn around and look at them if you
No, they
hear
didn't tell us that
something?
because I turned around. The thing is, I did. I turned around,
defiance.
but they don't tell us that. It's just like, for example, throughout the season, I got taken out of background work because they're like, Shar, as we're editing the episodes,
We know you're going.
we keep
She's
noticing
like
this
this.
blonde hair, you know, in the back, you know, so it's become like a game for me. If you follow me on Snapchat, then you know I'm always, every episode, zooming in on myself for
can't
whatever
with this
scene. But it's basically like you just show up with the talent, and like, let's say I showed up with Jackie, and they'd be like, okay, for today's, you know, whatever, what we're doing, we need background. So you're going to do, I actually did background for another franchise, but I can't say anything about that franchise, but I was
on,
doing that.
give us some tea.
I did that all day. I
Girl.
signed an NDA, so I can't say anything. You gotta wait.
God.
But
Didn't you just post something?
did I just post something?
You just was on something.
Oh, I was on the Ray Donovan show last night on
Shout that out,
Showtime.
girl. Scream, let's shout.
Such a great show.
I was.
See that? Look at that. Shar said,
Yes.
Oh,
Yes, that was fun to
I
do.
love
But
that show, but I
we
fell
did that
asleep
so
last
long
night
ago,
on
I forgot all about it, and then I started getting tweets like, "Is that Shar says so?" So I was on primetime TV twice last night.
2
Yeah.
times.
Reality and scripted.
Come on,
But,
push through.
Yeah, so they would just be like, yeah, we got background work. And then if it was like food, which was my favorite, they're like, okay,
Nice.
you can order something from the menu. Try to keep it under $20. And so I'd be like, oh, hell yeah. The salad that I was eating, we were in a really nice hotel lounge bar thing in Brentwood by OJ's house. You know, the OJ Nicole, yeah.
Child, just watched that.
And yeah, my salad was good. That's all I had to say. That's all I had to say within that little
Jackie, so
what we
messy,
were
so
talking
over.
about.
We're talking about
Shawnee.
this lunch. Jackie was so messy, so exaggerated. Talking about Brandy is out of control. She is out of control. Like, I could see. I'm not even gonna make that comment. Actually, never mind.
Say it. Come
Nope.
on.
Say it like you mean it.
Taking it. Brandy.
Shout out to
The thing
Lindsay.
is Brandy isn't a topic in my life. It doesn't affect my
But
life.
she is though.
Right.
She is
'cause
so
you wanted
Shawnee.
her fired.
Keep it real. You wanted her fired, and you're bothered that she's coming back, and you're
But Shawnee
saying
did make some
hasty
good
things.
points. She did make some
Why?
good points. She said it is fascinating. She said something to the effect like, it is fascinating that when I haven't been around, every time you all link up, this seems to be the topic at hand.
But-
then when they met up
I
at the
don't agree with that.
Aventine for dinner or whatever, or that was lunch that they met up for, she said she had to give Brandy the history of what led up to the "thank you for your services" comment, and that shut Brandy the hell up.
Agreed with that part. My thing is, though, this, Shawnee. You can't sit here and say, oh, Brandy's running around. Every time I'm out, my friends tell me Brandy said. Maybe you need to check your friends. Because
And
maybe
tell them
your
to stop
friends.
going to Brandy.
Exactly. Every single time
Thank
your
you.
friend says something, your friend is antagonizing Brandy, bringing this up, having dinners with Brandy's friends, being like, can Brandy do this? Can Brandy
Right.
Well, so that's why
The
Brandy's
lowest,
Every
the bottom
time.
of the totem
Right.
pole.
So that's
Every
why
time.
Brandy's bringing your name up, because she hearing it through the church.
And she's
the grapevine.
irritated. I would
And this
want
group
to.
is messy.
I mean,
I don't
like,
want to hear it
extremely messy.
consistently.
but I gotta give them credit. Like, without the Mona Scott scripting, you know what I mean? They don't need no Mona to come
don't.
out
No,
and
it's
write
so
nothing.
juicy.
These girls, like, Malaysia knew I'm gonna show up in some track. Like, it's just like they know
Well,
what
Malaysia's
the show
an old
is.
head, but it was very interesting watching the
Chill.
old heads work versus the newer girls. Because the way that I viewed this show with working on it is that it started out kind of slow when we first started filming, and then once the little bit of drama, it literally snowballs out of control.
That's what happens
And so
all the time.
it's like they'll have, like, for example, production may have like certain bullet points of what
Right.
you know, we want, but a lot of times those sheets weren't even needed because the girls were
give it
just,
to you.
yeah, they were just, it snowballed. And then a lot of the times they were having, which pissed production off, but when the cameras would shut down, these off-camera conversations, almost like trying to micro-produce themselves,
That's
but
what
then
I
they'd get their
need.
wig snatched the next, you know what I'm saying? So it's just like, and then sometimes we had to lie to them. It was fun. Like, we'd be like, you know, Corrinne, you're going to meet up with Jesse today. You'd be like, you
this
know,
heifer.
Shar, where are we going? Oh, we got to meet up with Jesse, but we're not meeting up with Jesse. We're meeting up with Tammy. So it was just like things like that, like, you know, like little prompts like that. But this show,
That's reality.
someone tweeted me about Hollywood Divas. I said, I don't know if they're contrived, but I can assure you that Basketball Wives, LA is not contrived. What you see is what you get.
Well, so here's the other thing. Where I appreciated Duffy and Shawnee's conversation was where it left off. She said, I feel like there will not be an apology, but I feel like there can be a conversation if you guys are in this type of situation. Now, why, in God's name, would you have a meeting with Tammy, Jackie, Shawnee, Brandy, Malaysia, and Duffy versus Brandy and Shawnee?
And that's it.
Like, that's where my question comes, because it made no sense. No one was talking to each other. It was like the old heads versus the new heads. And then Jackie, you gonna have Jackie drunk here leading the conversation?
Baby.
And then when the conversation started, Shawnee, you just stank as I don't know what. And you expect Brandy to sit here at your feet and be like, oh, please forgive me, mercy me.
If Brandy coming into this fight, Brandy, you need to learn how to read a queen, because you coming up here looking crazy too, talking about, I called you a million times. Like, clearly you didn't, bitch. We know what that meant.
That was so stupid.
That was hilarious.
I was like, really, Brandy?
Yeah.
But of course, that's just where her mind is. This is what triggered her. This is what triggered her.
Shawnee, don't be mad at Brandy for over-exaggerating stories when you out here over-exaggerating stories too. Like, they're both doing the same exact thing. You sitting here talking about a million times.
Benson Olivia commented and said that Brandy seems intimidated by Tammy. Everybody's intimidated by Tammy. That is the aura that Tammy.
Yes, Duffy.
No.
Yeah,
and that's probably where,
for the most part, if you're not Tammy's friend, if you were not Jackie or Shawnee, who were so comfortable with Tammy, then it's fine. But a lot of the girls, well, I'd venture to say Malaysia wasn't.
Do you
but
agree
a lot
with
of
Caitlin Monroe right here? She said she feels that Shawnee and Brandy both want the situation to go under the rug, but it's the other girls that keep kind of bringing it.
I don't think so.
I could definitely see that. As Whitney Houston said, I can believe what you feel. But do you really know? But no, I could definitely see that. But I feel like Shawnee's a little hung up on specifically getting that apology.
I think they both are hung
Shawnee.
up.
Okay, why do you feel both?
I feel like they're both are hung up because even if these two aren't around their friends and people aren't bringing it up, some kind of way they will bring it up. Like Shawnee will say, take digs at Brandy. Oh, I'm just over her. That girl needs to grow up. I don't even know why she's here.
Shawnee's very passive aggressive, and she does a lot of microaggressions.
And then Brandy will be like,
that girl. Same thing.
Yeah.
So she does a lot of microaggressions.
Come on. Like they like this balling out of control.
And that's how it snowballs.
And this is just what we're going to get.
And I think Brandy's feelings are a little bit hurt, honestly.
Yeah.
I can see that.
Because she wants Shawnee to like her. She'll never admit to that. But
she said she wants her to respect her.
She said that.
Yeah.
Shawnee's problem is that, I wrote that her friends are telling her the shit instead of Shawnee going to the actual source. Like, Shawnee, you feel Brandy isn't saying it to you. She's saying it to these people, but you're doing the same thing. Talk to each other, especially if you are the boss. And then I didn't get that whole, I'm not the boss, I don't care who's the, like that whole boss concept.
What did she say? But your services aren't needed, or you're low on the toe, whatever she said.
I'm done with you, Brandy.
Yeah. And it's like in that moment, I feel like Brandy was really trying to have a sincere moment with Shawnee, and then here goes Shawnee pulling out her dagger and was like,
she got to, that's how she is. Shut it down.
I'm like, damn, Shawnee, like that is where they could have really had him in, built that fence. But Shawnee was like, no, I'm just going to sit here and be stank.
Shawnee is very aware. She does not want to seem, she likes that whole like, ooh, Shawnee's I think she likes that. But you know what? Brandy likes that too. Brandy likes, ooh, Brandy's such a, you know how some people kind of thrive off of that?
And
but
that's
I think
not
they're both very sensitive.
They are, clearly. That's why they sit here going back and forth, ping pong.
But I feel like Shawnee likes having that kind of like that reputation on set. Like, oh my, Shawnee's coming. Like that type thing.
And why, Shawnee? Like, what does that give you?
Because she knows that she isn't a boss, but the fact that fans portray her as that.
Well, Shawnee is a boss. She has some clout. Like, Shawnee has some weight now.
She is one of the executive producers.
100%.
Right.
But
so y'all look at them credits.
She's very involved.
But in the terms of boss, as in like making the decision, like Brandy, you're off the show.
Like I own Viacom.
The final hammer. No, you don't own Viacom.
No. Like my name is Shawnee VH1.
She does like that. I call it the Miranda Priestley effect.
Okay.
Oh,
she wants you scurrying around like Emily. Like she lives for that, I believe. So
I see that. Well, on that note, wait, what you got? What you want to talk about?
Nothing. I was just keep going.
Let's get into it in predictions.
And now, your AfterBuzz
Trump-like
TV.
come over. You see that comment?
Malaysia has a Trump-like
Caitlin, you shady girl.
I mean, I'm just always gonna love Malaysia. I just can't not. Malaysia wants to go skiing. Awkward. And
With everybody.
Yeah. Like even the angels can come.
Even the people I don't like.
The girl you ran up in some sweats.
Who you was trying to beat up? Lasia. Come on, Lele.
Question.
Yeah.
They're gonna go skiing. It's a girls' trip. Jackie, of course, gonna get drunk again. And then we got Malaysia versus Angel. Did you go?
Yeah, were you there?
No, this trip I was scheduled to go on. This was the first week of March. I was scheduled to go on, but I ended up going to Chicago.
Okay.
I went back home for a week.
So like, do like the PAs like have like T-text like if something goes down?
Oh
Yeah, what's the
God,
group
yes.
text?
Are you kidding me?
Let us read
Are you
those.
kidding? I don't even think they're still in my phone. But that chain, it would be me and it was like me and like 4 other girls that were really close. Shout out to Jasmine and
yeah.
Heather and Jade. But so yeah, it was a group text like, bitch, today, da 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 da. So there were some girls that did go. I didn't go, but when I got back, I got filled in on everything that
And he was
happened.
like, dang, I wish I would have went.
Well, yeah, but whatever.
We gonna
They
see
had
what
a
the
nice time. They spent the night. Like everything was nice.
Who got beat up?
You have to wait and see. No one gets beat up, but there's gonna be
Who got cussed
There's
out?
gonna be a beef that erupts. So you're gonna be like, really? That's odd.
Well,
Angel and Malaysia?
versus Duffy. No, Angel versus Duffy. It looked like.
Which Angel? Love, right?
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. I gotta keep them together. I
good
gotta
prediction.
separate them.
Honey, that was in the trailer.
You said that was it.
I want
Yes,
to
it
see the
was.
wags mingle with the wives. Mm-mm.
No, I don't. Them wags will get
Okay,
run
then.
down.
Baby, them wags will get they
They will
ass.
get handed to
But
them.
I have to say, watching this we're
Molly
gonna talk about
Wops.
wags right after this show. But the wags girls, they be
This was their best episode so far.
snatched.
That don't have nothing to do.
It
That
should've
don't have nothing to
No,
do
because these
with,
Basketball Wives
with
would
Tammy body
snatch.
With
slamming them
Tammy
hoes.
body, with Brandy bringing a fist,
Look,
with
Duffy-
Malaysia
yeah.
showing up with
Physically,
her
they
sweats,
would
with
snatch them.
Duffy
Yeah.
coming through.
For sure, girl.
Child,
Like if this
wags,
was,
sit down.
if
Even
this was Basketball
Angel
Wives
Love,
Def
don't get it
Jam,
twisted. She New Orleans. Honey,
yeah,
the New Orleans girl don't,
Love.
do not play.
When Love was turning up, that accent was getting real thickericious.
So funny. She has the. I just love that. I got to see if Angel is in the LA area. I would
gotta
love
bring
for you
her
all.
in.
bring
to
her
meet.
in,
She's
bring
so
her
sweet.
in.
bring them up.
I'm
Bring
gonna
them
try
up.
to get
but hold
Jackie
on.
in too.
Yeah, who?
No, not Malaysia, but Brandy and Shawnee. So was Brandy trying to make another attempt to bring the two together? Y'all saw that on the next episode. Y'all saw that they were sitting together with
yes.
their chinchillas. Yeah, I was like, Brandy,
That's interesting.
don't be backpedaling now, Brandy.
That is interesting.
And then also we didn't talk about this episode, but real quick, Angel Brinks and your son. That was an adorable
gosh.
scene. My only thing is,
Oh God, how did we miss that? I didn't know anything about. Now see, that was news to me, and that was a
How
genuine
did we not
scene.
talk about that?
That was a genuine scene.
Here's what bothered
Angel don't
me.
cry on cue, honey. That was.
Here's what bothered me
Yeah.
about the scene is that I just thought it was really, and someone actually said it in the chat room, but it was just really interesting if you're talking to your son about bullying, and then you. Not that she antagonized it, because I get that it could have been an honest conversation right there, but it's just kind
He
of
was
like
very prompt
with
and
your
coached
child. Yeah, like I
for the
just
scene.
it bothered me.
Yeah.
It made me uncomfortable.
When he cried, that's what made me uncomfortable.
No, and I teared up honestly watching it because hearing a child say like I can't say that my father's dead.
I don't have a dad.
I don't have a dad.
And then I didn't know the
crazy.
whole suicide thing. Like that was an honest moment, but I feel what you
She
say because it
talked
was like
about that last
it was kind of
season.
in
coach.
a glass store, like
it
a
was
glass
coached.
store, it was just like, can we? I would have
was
rather
very
it be
cool.
at
At
home,
home,
in a-
chilling.
Yeah, like that scene
Or
would
at
have
the
really
principal's
taken me
office
to a
or
whole
something.
It was very coarse, but it was very genuine too.
It
Like
was
that
good to
broke
see.
my heart.
And it made me look at Angel a little differently. Although I did also hate that the editors kept zooming in on her ass and the boy hugging. If you really go back and look at it, because Love and Hip Hop be doing that with the
Listen,
titties.
there
on
was
them
only
girls.
one woman that was on camera for this show, so I'll say that's all I gotta say.
Oh, well.
When I say on camera, I mean like cameraman.
Okay.
So you're gonna get shots of asses because there are men behind
okay.
the
Okay.
camera controlling
Well,
them.
we got to wrap up. They're telling us, but we want to thank y'all for tuning in. Make sure you guys hit us up at AfterBuzz TV on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. You guys can keep in contact with me at DJ Jesse J.
You can find me at Shar Says So on everything.
And I'm Corrinne W.
Boom. Till next week, same time, same place. Bye.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.